All right, so right now I just want us to focus on the following pair. Okay, okay, so right now I'm going to be focusing on GBPJPY. Main reason why I want to focus on GBPJPY this morning is because of currently we are in agent session. So obviously during agent session, that's where we have to be focusing on pairs that are, they're within this session. So this will be the first trade that I'll be taking for this week. I'm supposed to only wait for the next coming let me see, for the next coming 10 minutes. So please also notify me in the comment section if whether I am audible or not, so that I know what to do. But we just going to be waiting for the next coming 10 minutes. If not, because I want to execute my trades starting exactly at 1:15, because of from 12 o'clock up until 1:15, there's a bit of some steep what do you call this thing, steep spread manipulation right there. So I don't like taking trades at around those times, but nonetheless I'm going to explain the idea behind what I am currently looking at this point. Let's also take a look at what is going there, but let's currently take let me take a look at it first. 10 more minutes is gonna be a lot, but come on, I'm going to explain the trade though. Let's just give it some time. Yeah, let's just wait 10 more minutes. Let's just wait 10 more minutes and then I will decide on what to do for that. But currently I'm just going to be explaining that whatever we have, right? So what I was looking at firstly is the 4-hour time frame. So I'm gonna go to the 4-hour time frame so you can practically see what I was looking at. So if you take a look at the following, this low right there, so that low is a week low. If you don't know what is a week low according to how I trade, I will try by all means to, in the coming lives, to try and show you what is the difference between a week low and what is the difference between a strong low. So that is a week low followed by another. So now this one is this one is a strong low, this one is a weak low. So the difference now is that, or rather the combination towards these things, is that when you have a weak low and a combination of a strong low, what you're gonna do is you're going to be having what we call a, let me change the settings right here. we're going to be having what we call a weak trend line. Ish. Come on, send. Right, so this is going to be a weak TRL. And then now what happens is that when we look at a weak TRL, it confirms breakouts, or rather it shows us where we have to be looking at breakouts. And if we take a look at what happened right here, we had a bit of a specific breakout somewhere around here, but then according to how I trade, even if I was active on GBP I wouldn't have actually done anything in this point under the 4-hour time frame, because there wasn't a solid breakout, there wasn't a solid clearance as to the sales are confirmed or not. But if we then go deeper into looking at what happened right here, we can clearly see that we had a bit of a good push to the upside, and with that confirmed a good breakout, a good retest. This was a good retest, but then with the retest there was no confirmation in terms of a push to the upside again. So now we also look at what really happened here. There came another retest, but then with also the retest right there, there hasn't been a good clearance of confirmations to the downside. Then that's when I take it to the lower time frames right there, which is under 1 hour, right? So if we then take a look at 1 hour time frame, we do see some bit of clearance right there. We had some good retest again, then following through with a bit of clearance of a push to the downside. But we must also be considerate of this candle right here. So this one acts as a candle confirmation. So this is a candle structure which the market likes to retest, but at the moment we're looking at what is currently happening. So I pretty much doubt that it could go to that area, but I'm also reconsidering what exactly is going on at this price right here. But we can clearly see that price hasn't been able to give us so much push to the upside. So I'm taking that as a confirmation that the chances are that GBPJPY would definitely fall for now. But now with the targets that I'm looking at would be a GBPJPY reaching around this area. So you can see that's quite of a good solid trade to the downside. But I'm going to be telling you when I'm about to take those trades. As I said, right now I'm only left with 5 minutes to decide whether to take the trade or not. So just bear with me, and I'm going to be showing you the live trades that I'm taking. So just also bear with me. Every trade that I'm taking for now, I'm just going to be trying my best to show the trades, right? So yeah, so at the moment just know that I'm currently just looking for sales on GBPJPY, and since well you can see that that's a pretty good solid drop from here to there. That's some good points. Let me check how many points is that. So that would give us somewhere around, that would give us somewhere, what's going on, go here. So that would give us somewhere around an approximation of somewhere around 774 pips. So that's quite good amount of points to be focusing on GBPJPY. So that's one thing that I'm going to be looking and focusing on at the moment. You see, so the trades would be available in the Telegram channel. So I'm just going to be trying to show those trades in the Telegram channel. So at the moment, I'm going to be taking those trades at the moment. So if you are in the Telegram channel, you will definitely be able to see those trades. So I'm currently entering those trades on GBPJPY, and yeah. So if you're not in the Telegram channel, I don't know. I'm gonna try and post the link. Yeah, I'm just gonna try. Let me check 15 minutes time frame as well. We are left with like 3 minutes something. So I'm going to be taking my first trades at the moment. I'm still typing on the Telegram channel. Currently taking those first trades. Yep. Currently taking those first trades. Let me check. If I enter with a 0.05, how much would be the risk? Okay. So I've taken my first 2 trades with the 0.10. So unfortunately on this trade I couldn't keep the margin above 700. Okay, I've currently taken the first 2 trades. I'm going to post them in the Telegram channel right now. I'm going to post them in the Telegram channel. Margin level percentage. Right, I've currently taken those first 2 trades in the Telegram channel. So it means we currently just took the trade exactly right there. So meaning that we are still in a loss as we speak. According to me, I'd say we're still in a loss. And out of the whole trade at the moment, right? Out of the whole trades at the moment, it means that the total loss, let's say you have taken 0.01. So I'm going to be only talking based off, let's say you took a trade based off a 0.01, because I currently have a 0.10. So with 0.10, definitely my entire margin is at risk if I do look at it properly. My entire margin is at risk. So yeah, I've placed my entire margin at risk at this point, but we're currently just going to be holding those trades for quite some time for now. Yeah, we definitely just going to hold those trades for quite some time for now. Yep, we're just going to be holding those trades for quite some time for now, up until Asian Open, and see how those trades go. And well, with that, with the 0.01, if you then go ahead only putting your stop losses. So with the stop losses, I don't want to go with like higher stop losses, because the more you open up your stop loss, the more you stand to lose a lot. So according to this, let me take it to 1 hour one last time, because the trade is based off a 1 hour time chart. So just going to be going with a stop loss that's quite a bit above this price, right above this previous high of the candlestick right there. So on a 0.01, then it means the risk is somewhere around, let me see, 1 hour, 0.01, 1 hour, so total risk is somewhere around 59. So that's basically somewhere around like $2, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around $2 or $2 or $3. So that's somewhere around $2 or $3 on the whole entire trade. If you're risking that amount of that much, putting your stop losses right above that area, and then taking your whole entire TP. Obviously this thing is not for the whole day, so it could go for days, hours, depends. But obviously my intent is to swing, but also I have a target to make today. So the aim of today is trying to compound the whole entire account. So if I can do compounding trades, that would lead me somewhere. So currently you just take the trade on GBPJPY, but honestly my main aim is to see how GBPJPY will then react during Asian session, because this is an Asian pair, meaning that during Asian session, that's where we most likely are going to see GBPJPY be more active. So that's what I'm currently looking at on GBPJPY. So it would just depend on what are you risking yourself that side. So but my advice is, the lesser the trades you take, the more chance you stand in holding the trades. So it's better to risk less to hold, right? So that's what I'm looking at, because of I saw that I was supposed to be actually focusing on GBPUSD, but because of currently we are still in the early hours of today, we can't focus on GBPUSD at the moment, meaning that we are going to be focusing on GBPUSD around London session. So whatever happens on GBPUSD at the moment, we are not focused on it. You don't intend to do anything on GBPUSD. Even if you see this current setup, you just forget about GBPUSD. You focus on GBPJPY at the moment. Even if it leaves us, that's okay. According to me, it's cool. I'd rather just focus on one trade. If it doesn't go my way, then I know it was worth it, right? So currently we're just gonna be focusing on GBPJPY. Quite low sells, and then I currently have open stop losses, but I'm just gonna be showing you those. I'm gonna show you those areas that I would most likely take out losses, or consider just holding quite a little bit longer. But most definitely, if Asian session reacts otherwise, then that's when I'll then reconsider on the GBPJPY trade. But for now, that's what I'm currently just looking at. And that's what I'm currently just looking at. But if you have any pair in mind that you want me to look at, feel free. I won't mind to look at it. If you do have any pair in mind that you want me to take a look at it, you can also just share it in the comment section, then I'm just gonna take a look at it. But for now, I'm definitely just going to be holding those trades on GBPUSD and see how they go. So the entire risk there on a 0.010 has definitely placed the whole margin, which is 530 as a whole. So I don't even think it's 530. That's 2, 3, then 4. So it could be 1,000 in total. So it could be a total margin of 1,000 up until that area, but we're just gonna be holding for now. All right. Okay. And then we have gold as well. See this one, very stressful to focus on. Oh, gold. Okay. Okay, gold during Asian session possibilities are it would push, but obviously within those hours we could be looking at a rejection, possible rejection. Could be somewhere. We could be looking at something like this during Asian session, because gold has to definitely tank guesses. Possibly if gold could also do that, maybe I could also be on some alert. I could also be ready for something, just in case it reacts in that way. That could also be very helpful if it reacts in that way. Yes. Euro JPY. Okay, let me jump on Euro JPY. It's cool. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. GBPUSD. That's also a good pair to trade during this hour. That's also a good pair to trade during this hour, because apparently every JPY pair during Asian session, it's very good, especially if you're someone who wants to get in, make some, get out. Yeah, definitely look into possibly every JPY. Not every JPY. Do not look at the exotic JPY pairs. Look at like major and minor. So yeah, going for exotics will definitely kill you. Be a bad intent to go for exotics. Let's take a look at JPY. I don't like how it's looking at the moment, to be honest. I'd be lying if I say I like how it's looking, because it's bad for me. The way it's looking, it's bad for me. Because what I see there, seriously, it's good that I see it on Euro JPY, but it's also bad that I see it on Euro JPY. Because yeah, that's like, it's a bad note to see it, what I see now. But let me just do an analysis instead, because wow. Okay. Yeah. Exactly what I fear is what I see. That's exactly what I fear. See this? There's two highs there. Two equal highs. Those are bad for me. Those are totally bad for me, because I'm trading JPY sells at the moment, and Euro JPY is trying to push upwards. That's bad for me. I don't want to lie. That is very bad for me. But yeah, because we do have two equal highs, and two equal highs act as a rejection. But obviously we can see that we cannot talk about a rejection whilst the price is far from the rejection. So meaning that what you could possibly be looking at is, because I'm not saying it's buying now, but what I would say is that you could be looking at a rejection around those areas. Once price breaks above those areas, then you could be looking for rejections, meaning that you could be looking for rejections, not exactly there, but once price confirms that it's selling, just know that it could be after it actually breaks above those areas, and then we can start looking at those rejection areas, or it could just continue buying if possible. That's what I'm saying. What I see now on your JPY is bad for me, because if it's trying to push towards those areas, that could also influence JPYs in terms of correlation, so that's something that I'm not quite happy to see, but that's what I see. So instead of trying to fabricate things, that's what I see right there currently. So that's what I see at the moment. So possibilities could be short buys, but not now, obviously. That's why I'm like, when price is actually trying to approach this kind of areas, I'm always far away from them. I'd obviously just wait up until it actually happens. But at the moment, that's what I'm seeing, that later on, possibly not now, possibly the following day, when price actually reaches around those areas, that's when you can start looking for selling opportunities. But for now, that's what I see, which is bad on my side. You see, that's definitely quite bad. That's very bad on my side. So that's all I can say. But then in terms of like targets, once those selling opportunities are confirmed around those areas, then I think you then take your TPs. Let's try and check. This is 4 hours. Let's check 1 hour then. Let's try to check 1 hour. Trying to look at something. I just want to check if whether it's valid or not. Nope, it's not valid. Absolutely not valid. It's quite too far. Yeah. I'm finding it hard to find takeout TPs, if just in case it starts selling after those areas, because I'm trying to mark out key prices, but every key, there's no key price that I can spot. There's absolutely no key price that I can spot. Smaller time frames, 4 hours. Yeah, it's far. It's far. And once those key prices are too far, I doubt that it will hold, because once the key prices are too far, you can't swing for that long. I doubt. So I must definitely just find some, or else swinging for that long is gonna be very hard. So okay, there we go. Let me just try and zoom and check. and it got respected, so it can no longer work anymore. It can't work anymore. But I highly doubt from here. You see, once I'm already back in February, that's like too far to be looking at those kind of swings. Too far. Those are too far. Absolutely too far. Absolutely too far. So the least I would say then would be focus. Then you might then just focus on this previous low, this one. Then obviously as price goes, then that's when you can start looking at other TPs, just in case maybe this one right here, this one, this previous low, that would be your last markup as your Euro JPY. So like, because I'm not a full-time Euro JPY, that's why it's hard to actually spot TPs or anything, because I don't follow the price as much as I do on gold, GBPUSD and others. So, but you'd have to then focus on this first one, and then if price breaks below that one, then you can take it exactly to the last, which is this one. That's the minimum I could see, because from there then it would need me to go to like daily time frame, then to highlight those kind of levels to know where exactly can I mark up areas. But from my side, I'd say focus on the most obvious key prices, the recent lows to the next low. So this would be your first, then your last would be this one. This one, it's already cancelled out because it's almost in line with this one. But I'm also doubting this area. You see this one? That one could definitely be a good price. If then Euro JPY respects this area, then this could be your most preferable TP would be this one. From my obvious reasons would be this one, because what you need to know is that when you have the market creating this kind of structures, if the market creates equal highs, it will always break those equal highs, and then it will move to the next equal lows. So it always respect equal highs to the nearest equal lows. So if you have equal lows, just know that's those are your TPs. So you just need to know that sorry about this. You just need to know how the market reacts. The market will always react to what it actually rebounces from. If it bounces from equal highs, then it will definitely go for equal lows. And then if it actually respect trend lines, then it is going to go to the next low or the next high based off. If it broke above, then you know that it's actually buying to the next high, and if it breaks below, it's going to be going for the next low. That's how the market reacts based off what I've actually been back testing for this past years. So that's what you just need to know. Your approach should be based off the entry that you're looking for. It will identify your exit. That's the simplest thing I can tell. But for now, just keep that in mind. You cannot rush the setup on Euro JPY. But exactly for gold, I fear that during Asian session we may be looking at a push to the upside, then a drop later on. That's what I'm looking at. But if you have anything in mind that you want me to take a look at, you can also just drop it in the comment section. Then I'll take a look at it. Well, I'm still waiting for Asian Open. How many minutes are we left with Asian Open? We just left with like 20 minutes, 19 minutes left for Asian Open. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm just waiting for Asian Open to see what I can do during Asian session, because I'm currently running in a big loss, I guess. So yeah. but I intend to hold the trade on Euro JPY. Ish. Tired. Yeah. Sorry, I intend to hold this until that area, but obviously if London session approaches and we are not even near past these areas or anything, then I'm not gonna be active for GBPUSD. So what I'm just looking at is that. Okay. USDJPY. Okay, let's take a look at USDJPY. Why do I have it right here? I do have it. I do have USDJPY right here, which is quite a hefty one. Yeah. It feels as if USDJPY had a perfect structure. This one was a good structure for sure. But what is really going on here? So many drawings. Hey. Let's start with daily time frame on USDJPY, because I think that's the most appropriate time frame I could go for at this point, because these other ones, they are a little bit messy for now. Okay. Okay. It's quite a heavy one for this one. Here's DJPY. Hey. We have an outstanding price on USDJPY. I'm just gonna mark it for you so you can see this price. We have an outstanding price right now there on USDJPY. This price is an outstanding price because it was an open price which was very far. It was a far. The open price was very far. The open price was very far. Chances are it needs to get back here. That's what I'm looking at, but we need to be guided by higher time frames and smaller time frames, right? So far so good. We do have key areas that we can look at under higher time frame. Key time frames to look at. I do see this one right here. I'm just gonna mark them with horizontal lines, and then we're just gonna go into smaller time frames like 1 hour. So the first one is this one right here. We just have to look at what is really going on. Is it a good key price or not? If it's not, then we forget about it. And the next one would be this one, somewhere around here. This one, somewhere around here. So what we need to do at the moment is to go to smaller time frames, as in like 1 hour, 4 hours, to take a look at what exactly is going on under smaller time frames. are these key areas visible enough also in smaller time frames to have an impact? If not, then we cancel them out. So we're just gonna go to 4 hours. Let's take a look at what's going on under 4 hours. Okay, so under 4 hours, if I take a look at it, I think this price is also, this one has to be the one from